we're getting toward the end, basically, right now. We have 2 more seminars, maybe Q&A session or lecture, whatever, seminar. And then, and then the graduation, and then we're done. So pretty much, we see the end right now. A couple of topics. Today's topic is interesting, is not different, not difficult. It's just, you'll find out what it is. But next topic is kind of important, and then the next one is important as well. So, basically looking back, what do you think? Do you have any questions? Do you think we didn't cover something you'd like to talk about more? Just look back, what we already got, what were your expectations of your family or family-related topics and stuff. I did this in the right now, not at the end, because we're kind of at the end, it's the end. What do you think? Do you have any questions right now that already raised up and you're like, what about that? How do we deal with this? Maybe you already talked between 2 of you, maybe not. It's just something random. It's just right now. Talk to me a little bit. What do you think? Do you have any highlights that like never thought about that? Who's the bravest?
I guess just like last time, the language of apology, and also of course language of love is very, eye-opening, and it's like, because I never do that. Not in depth anyway.
Okay.
I'm kind of curious about the toilet section. Today's section?
Yeah. That's pretty cool.
Section?
The toilet section? It's today, the toilets are not self-cleaned. Yeah, it's pretty good.
So a lot of the stuff, I guess these sections, they were kind of like common sense. It wasn't like this crazy eye-opening thing, but they were good conversation starters. Like, we kind of like feel like we know a lot about each other, but I guess these things were like just to clear some areas. These sections help clear, make everything clear.
That's right.
I agree. Like, it's not like some of the stuff I never heard about before. You could all hear about it, but you never directly approach it with one another. And so it was easier to actually talk about some, like even the differences, like the morning versus evening person. Just some of the stuff that you never thought to talk about, it's easier to talk about.
Okay.
So I kind of like that.
Good. All of you are able to talk about the topics and other stuff in between the lectures? 2 of you? I know, I mean, all people that are involved, they all talk. It's just, we talk about different things normally, unless we have, like you say, conversation starters. Well, I mean, why would you even talk about your fights or apology or anything like that? I mean, that's not a regular thing. It's about, I mean, what do people in love talk about in America? Love. So, that's what I'm saying. And like, yeah, this is kind of, like you said, it's basic stuff. We covered it before. I wish there would be a way to do one more 4 or 6 months after, because there's some in-depth stuff you can kind of, as soon as you get married, a couple more months, you can start talking about different things. You can cover fights once again because you now know what it is. You can talk about differences because you really know what it is. You can start talking about your communication differences and understanding and listening, different styles of listening, communicating. I mean, before you really got into the marriage, there's no point much of getting you too much information or theory. But when you're actually in it, then yeah, it really gets fresh and good. But there's, as far as I've seen these years, there's no way to get all newly marrieds into class a couple of months after wedding. No way. Because everybody study and work, and whatever they do in church. So I tried, but no, it doesn't work.
Out of curiosity, si like надо mucho сделать, would you be willing to attend something like that?
Yeah, if you let me know, of course, if you want to talk about something.
Well, not just with us, just like a kind of like a group.
A group thing, yeah, that's what I'm
Whoever
saying.
wants to, whoever
Yes, yes. About 4 years ago, that's my goal was like that, to get at least part of the group that was this year, and get us like getting together once a couple of weeks. But it kind of worked. We still have one group that's still in it, like after 5 years or so. They're now meeting every Sunday. To get into it, basically. That was I think the best success. The other groups kind of, yeah, it worked and not worked, whatever. But yeah, it's good. So if you ever, I can't remember, normally in the lecture, who normally covers that? I guess it depends. It's really important, you get married, and I'll talk right now about it. You get married and you kind of find yourself in the weird situation where you're not in youth anymore. Well, you are, but kind of, yeah, you're there, but you're not off it, I guess, should I say.
You're not excited.
You kind of, yeah, you're youth. You still, some of you will still attend youth
Yeah.
meetings
You're
and
just
stuff.
not as interested in that anymore.
But you feel the difference.
Mhm.
You're together and you're the couple, and that's youth. You're there, but kind of, yeah, so it works. So you're not there, but then in the broader sense of the church, like, oh yeah, all those older couples, yeah, we're not part of them, at least yet, we're first year. So you kind of find yourself on the island alone. I tried to, so as much as you can, some of couples that really, I still talk to couples for, this, 6-7 years, still talk to almost all. And most of the couples find their way to at least once a month or twice a month to get somewhere, get somebody to their place or meet with friends, find another couple. So my point to you, whatever, find another couple from the class, somebody else, your relatives, your friends, whoever. Just find another couple and get together sometimes on a regular basis. Because then you would feel like, oh, yeah, we're married, but there are other people, and yeah, and now we're meeting and they're talking about something, we had that too. We thought we were alone on that, and somebody else had it as well. You know what I mean? Your communication with others, it's really important. So try to find somebody, after you get married, to still connect. And some people are really, it's easy. Oh yeah, can't imagine life without it. And some people kind of by themselves. Oh, it's okay, we're alone. So that's okay too. It's just I really hate to see you kind of alone. We have I think I told you in the beginning, did I? That we have a practice of kind of getting you with the older couple, like 3 years and more in marriage, 5 years in marriage or so, once a month getting together. So they'll get you to their place for a tea or coffee or whatever. Just no book, nothing to cover. No curriculum basically, just for an evening. So I'll assign a couple to each one of you. Hopefully I'll find enough couples. Year after year, it's because I already assigned last year to some couples before and some couples. So we're kind of getting, not enough couples now. But then those who started this thing, this is called mentoring. Those who started kind of right now is ready to do them themselves. After 3 years or 4 years of doing that, or being in marriage, being in a family, you will be able to do that as well. So look forward to that. In 3 years or 4 years, yeah, I'll come to you and say, hey, can you cover this young couple? Get them together. Get together in Starbucks, or it doesn't matter where, just for an evening of talk. Okay. For me, the hardest thing to get you the right couple and connect with. If you have an idea, we really would like that couple, right? That one. We never ask because we're kind of shy, but that would be great if they could invite us. So if you have an idea like that, you let me know. You can write the name and tell me. There's no guarantee I'll get them for you, but possibility for sure. Because on the most part, it's harder to connect to new couple. the couple that's 3 years in marriage, or 4 years in marriage, or 5 years in marriage, they feel themselves kind of, they're good. They know where they at. They can connect to anybody most of the time. They're a good couple. They connect to each other, fine, and that's the rule. You have to be connected. It has to be a good family life in your family. So that's my criteria. If you have a good family life, you should be able to mentor. So yeah, if you have somebody in mind, or start thinking about it. If you have somebody, let me know. But yeah, you probably should think that they'll be, you'll be moving.
Yeah, so I don't know how that would work.
Well, find somebody there.
But I have my sister who's been married for about 5 years, almost 5 years.
And she's there?
Yeah.
Oh, there you go.
So-
You have a couple.
Yeah, so we'll be just
There
having
you go.
some- Perfect.
No problem for you.
Okay.
It's just regularity is the key here. Not like once and a half a year and then once, it doesn't help much.
Well, I think it'll be more often.
So, I'm sure. So yeah, just try to do that. Unless you're really super against the idea. I had one couple that was like that through these years. They say, no, we don't want anybody. Thank you. I was like, well, okay, that's okay. Unless you're really against, I'll try to find somebody for you. And it's nothing like they'll be asking you questions. It's more like they'll be telling you their life. You can ask them anything.
Life experiences.
Yes. And the most part, they probably won't even do that. You'll be just talking about stuff and having a cake. That's it. That's about it.
I thought, have you ever read the book The Meaning of Marriage?
The Meaning of Marriage?
Yeah, it's,
I don't think I've read it, but I think I have it there in my
it's like a
office
big,
library.
kind of like a thick book. It's white cover, but if you take it off, there's just like a sirinka. Not sirinka. It's
Is
like
that Gary Thomas?
I think it could be.
Okay.
Yeah, it's also a good book. And actually, that was the very first book me and him started reading when we were just
Mhm.
dating. And it kind of goes over almost everything that we are going over here. So me and him, that's why, like, for me, a lot of this stuff is not as new, besides, of course, going to depth of the love languages, and the
Mhm.
apology was very, I guess because we didn't actually finish the book, maybe we would have went, further
Yeah.
into that, but it didn't, we didn't get to that, but the apology was new. But everything else was actually very, and just more like refreshing for us.
Good.
So it was nice.
That is nice.
It's also a very good book, whoever wants to read it.
Thank you. Yeah, I'll check if I have it, or if I don't have it, I'll order it.
Mhm.
I just have it. Where's my box? Oh, I already carried it down. I walked in the house, it was like, oh, my books are in. My shipment came in from CBD, so I try to get most of the books, not most, but good books on marriage.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that one was recommended by a friend, and
Mhm.
it was actually very good.
If you're ever interested in any book or something, the resource, you heard about something, you want something, you let me know, I'll find it for you. I either will have it, or I'll find it for you on any topic on the marriage. I try to build the resource library here, and we have quite a bit right now. It's enough. So yeah, let me know if you need any. I don't have as much on kids and parenting yet. That's for older couples, or those that have kids.
With that, it would be kind of nice if there's a book like on the psychology of kids.
Mm-hmm.
Because like different ages, different psychology, and how to act in each age.
Also, we said what could be kind of added to this, and then you mentioned stuff about when you're married, you don't really know what you wish as much.
Mm-hmm.
Anyways, what I was kind of thinking about, because all of these topics are like between the two people, and then like those are my saves, like ones like between people and between God too. And so maybe good, if there was a section in terms of like служение and like where you would fit into the church kind of thing. Because, например, maybe мы занимались разными служениями or kind of had a different vision. If you come together, just how that would all work out. And just a more churchy, like, because I know it would only be like one section because there would have been too much stuff. Just how you would fit, like, in reference to that.
I guess maybe like if he's like a missionary and she's not, what would happen to his служение?
Yeah, и даже чисто like same thing, practical steps like for your домашняя церковь, stuff like that. Like, since ты священник дом своего, it'd be nice to have a section like what I mean, more spiritual, but just the spiritual aspect тоже, how we fit together and your дари maybe even and stuff like that.
I have different years. I try to rotate my speakers that they don't really speak one topic. and it has its positives and it has its negatives, because some speakers really fit, get the topic well, and another one kind of does it good, but has some points. What you're talking about normally would fit in the second. Is there a second one about marital roles? And I kind of, before I had the title was the structure of a family, or spiritual structure of a family. That too. So in that section, I normally would cover that. So if it wasn't covered as good this year, yeah, we can talk about it a little more. I think about it, because for Q&A section, I hope I'll get Pastor Alex here, so he can get some more in on that topic there. He normally does. He talks about it, spiritual in служение and all that in church service.
No, because when you're single, you kind of read alone, pray alone, and then how would you? But okay, so you read together, but maybe there's different ways and better ways, and you know what I mean. Просто всякие, because I know, just like the little things about like apologies and stuff, and like the even the extrovert, introvert, or morning and late person, the little just the practical things that you'll know once you're there, but before you don't really think about. Такие, I'm sure there's some
side.
stories.
Good point. Yeah. Let me think. I'll try to cover it.
Some people like to read in the morning, some people like to read in the evening, some people like to read chronologically, other people like to отрывками. So I can see how that could be a lot of it.
So yeah, you'll have to talk about it right now. That's why I'm kind of telling you in the beginning. Try to at least starting when you start the college, from first topic. Try to read simultaneously through the Bible. Like, okay, we'll read this chapter today, next chapter tomorrow, next chapter tomorrow. See if it works for you. I'm not sure if any of you right now do that when you're reading the same thing. I know you live in different houses, but if you're reading the same thing every day, that would be helpful. If not, it might not work for you. You can try something else, because we're different. Like you said, it's our background or whatever we're used to. So it's.
I read every day and we pray every night. But like when we come home, like we read different things. Do you and your wife do you read the same thing, or do you have like what you guys read together and then you're on?
No, actually, we are right now at the point where I get up earlier in the morning, try to give her some more sleep, so we don't get up together before we did, and then more and more kids you have, the more exhausted you are. So I get up at 5 or so, and she gets up about 6:30 or 6. So we read same thing in the morning, a couple of chapters, one from New Testament, one from the Old Testament. We talk about it sometime in the middle of the day or in the evening. We're right now at the point when we are reading the same chapter every day for a week. We do that for a year now. It's kind of cool. It's weird, different, but yeah, it is cool. You really dig into the chapter when you do that. Like 7 days, you're reading the same chapter every day, every morning. So that's what we do right now in the morning. But then in the afternoon, we read something with kids together from New Testament. Right now we go through New Testament with kids, so we talk like any of us. But in the evening, I listen a lot when I drive during the day. I listen to stuff, so I share that what I've heard, and she reads or listens to something else. So we kind of in the evening we normally talk. Not every evening we talk about spiritual matters and stuff, especially right now. But we still try. We do. So for us, that's how it works. Most of the stuff that we read, it's the same thing. Yes, we go through. But we try different things. We try to read the Bible, with the schedule and stuff. Like you getting through the Bible in a year to like 4 or 5 places from the Bible. We tried that. We tried from the beginning to the end. We tried from not in the beginning, like in the middle down. So it's like we tried different things throughout the years, and I don't think we've found anything that really like, well, that thing is really, really nice right there. Not really. It kind of, at that point, that worked. Right now, what we have, this works. in a year it might change to something else. So, I mean, it's spiritually that's how it works for us. Plus, life gets you through things too. So right now it's trust. In anything happens, you don't see anything ahead, but it's a trust. Like we're going forward, it's good, it's gonna be fine. So it's like, ooh, last couple of months, that's what it is. So I mean, that's aside from what we read in the morning, basically. We tried to read in the evening before, not for a long time, because after a long day, and when you have kids, it's hard. When you read in the evening, it didn't work for us. We're the morning person in such a matter. And I think you should, when you get up, you should at least somehow, even if you read the whole lot, most of your reading of the Bible and spiritual reading is in the evening, well, at least some of it should be in the morning. When you get up, not just going, ooh, on a day. But okay, I have a little quiet time, I talk to the Lord, read something at least, get my mind set on a day going a certain way. So, to the topic that we have today. This year I do more topics than normally because like next one I'll do myself as well because my speaker got canceled and couldn't find anybody. Today's I swapped with something else and I was supposed to have guests and I didn't, so it's like, yeah. So you'll see me this topic in the next one with me. I call it Who Will Do This? And it's about toilets and stuff in the book. Does anybody enjoy cleaning the toilet around here? Just kidding, okay. It's not
Yeah,
that
it's really
bad, I
not
guess.
that bad. I mean, it depends on how the toilet is. in what condition it is.
As of right now, most of the cleaning is done by kids right now. We try to get them into it so they know how to do it. So we do not much of it. Last time I did that, it was like long ago. So, why toilets? Because some things, I mean, when you'll get married, you'll find a whole lot more things to do than you right now think about it, basically. It's like from cleaning the toilet, changing the oil in the car, vacuuming the floor, shopping. That's the usual things that you think about. But then there's little things that right now you don't even know what they are, right? You'll find them when you'll get there, basically. But we grow up not even thinking about some things that are set for us. Like we're growing up in my home, Dad always this, Dad does this, and Mom does this. I mean, it's just like, they don't even talk about it, they just do it. He does that, she does that. In some homes, Mom cooks. In some homes, rarely, Dad cooks, right? I wish that somebody would teach me to cook when I was little. I would enjoy it for sure, but nobody did, I guess. So I'm not sure how it is in your house right now. Your mom cooks? Your dad cooks? I don't know. Some things are more obvious and some are not. And normally those things that are not obvious, those are get us later. Because when we come to life together, we're kind of thinking, like in the example, why toilets? Because in that example, in his family, his mom did it. He didn't even see how his mom did it. It's like she did it when he was not around, basically. So he didn't even know that toilet needs to be cleaned. Like it's white and there's water in it. It's supposed to be clean all the time, right? I guess that was his thoughts. And in her family, I guess Dad did that because Mom, I guess, could do it or whatever the reason. So several weeks during life together, she was like, I guess toilets needs to be cleaned because ours is not self-clean, right? And when he mentioned that to her, she's like, yeah, I thought about it. I was going to ask you when you're going to clean it. And he was like, no, good, whatever. That was their situation. So maybe it won't be about toilets, but it will be about something else in your family. When you come and you're like, my mom always did that. And she was like, no, my dad always did that, right? So when you're used to different things, that's where it comes to the point, right? And right now I don't really hear talking here about, okay, that's a girl's job or a boy's job. No, not at all. I mean, there's probably some things like that, but right here is more like, what are we used to? Some people, like, I think that's from a book as well, I think, maybe. Some people used to just go to the car wash and clean the car that way. And some people just never did that, or change your oil somewhere or at home. It's just different. So right now, what I want you to think about, or kind of set your mind on, I know I'm used to a whole lot of things in my house. Just try to list how many things needs to be done in the house from the morning to the night for the whole week or months. There are a lot of tasks to be done. One person, there's no way you can do it. Your family, most likely in the beginning, you probably will be both working or studying and work. So you'll be out of the house. Come back and there's some housework. So how are you going to spread that? How are you going to share that? So this is the task of today's, basically. And most of the lecture or seminar today is about for you to write down what do you think needs to be done around the house. Read the chapter for sure, but there's an exercise. There's no list, just grab a piece of paper like this and start listing 1, 2, 3, 4, whatever you can find. Things. List of things that needs to be done. Some people include punishing the kids there as well. So it's a good thing. Good thing to be included there. Both of you, one of you, dad, mom, who does that? Who's supposed to do that? Doing the finances. Cleaning, cooking, cleaning what, I guess? Dusting, checking the roof, or I don't know, whatever else needs to be done. Raking the leaves at some point of the year. Who does that? Getting the garbage out, buying groceries, or buying supplies, or stuff like not groceries. Both of you are going to do that? One of you going to be doing? It depends. Most likely, on some things, you're going to be together because that's how it's done. On some things, both of you write your own list at home. I would start doing it today or tomorrow. Just grab a piece of paper and just start doing it. Put the numbers right by. And then in 2 or 3 days, bring those 2 lists together for both of you and see how is it done. How's it going? Are you together? And if those things are you not, talk about them. Talk about them right now and have some kind of agreement. See, some people are really they're good at doing something. Like, they're mechanical people. And some people are not really. So, who are you in your family? Because I guess some girls can change the oil in the car. And they do. Because their dad always did that and he showed her how to do it and she loves to do it. Go ahead. If your guy does not like do it, go ahead. That's fine. But find those things that you're on the same page, and those you're not. Basically, I tell people, the couple who bring the biggest list will get some kind of a prize next week. I'll find you something good. You'll get a reward. So try to find as many as you can. The biggest list. I think the biggest one, think about it, was like 104 pieces. So you have to be creative. It takes some time. But you can get the prize. It's pretty good. You don't have to write 100 pieces. But for me, the most things both of you can talk about. After you brought 2 lists together, get your own final one. Him or her. Put the X, whoever does that X. Or together. Because in the beginning, when we started in the beginning, it was like him and her. But then next year it was somebody introduced, both of us are going to do that. So both of us, whatever. So try to find the most extensive list you can get. And this is mostly, yeah, your homework. Because if you talk about it right now, it will be easier later. That's what I'm basically saying. And on this list, all your differences, or how you were raised, that's all playing the role. Normally, as far as I've seen, people don't really fight much on the things like that, or they get to something like this, they can safely resolve that. But this list will help for me with most of this, most of why I like the list like this, is you can talk about your family more in details. Not like, oh yeah, it's gonna be so nice and whatever. When we're gonna be together. Think about little things. Every day, coming back from work, who's gonna do what, or from study. Your schedule and stuff gonna be playing the role there. It's just try to fine tune as much as you can right now. It's gonna be easier later for you. Plus, you'll be kind of thinking, oh yeah, look at that. I mean, we're almost there. We'll start doing this list for ourselves. Right now, I have to do it for my house, for my sisters and brothers or whoever, and then it's gonna be us, only two of you. It's cool. It's a cool exercise. I think. I've never done it before us. I mean, getting married. Yeah, we just kind of got into it. To be honest, I can't. I mean, maybe there's anything to that. But I can remember things that we kind of saying, no, you do that, or no, you do that, whatever. So it's a good place right here to say, and already just kind of say that, guys, there's no girls' work or guys' work, I think. So you can help her cleaning the dishes or changing the diaper. That's okay. Go shopping if she wants to, together with her. That's okay. I mean, I don't think there is a way like, yeah, that's man's job or girl's job, I'm not going to do it. That's okay. Especially if your mate has a love language of helping, or showing a helpful hand, first place or second place. That's it's gonna be. You'll be filling her love tank or his love tank while doing something simple. Maybe it's not gonna be super hard, but yeah.
What about fixing a car? Let's say I'm under a car fixing a car. Would I call that a man's job or a woman's job?
It depends if you live up in the south, in Alabama or Texas,
But I feel like
right?
there's still some things that are more towards men.
Yes.
Because
yes.
it's more heavier things, heavy duty stuff,
Exactly.
For a woman with her feminine.
I agree. I agree for sure, yes. There's still some kind of a bigger things. But what I'm saying more is like, for some guys, he can fixing that car there, and she's sitting right by. That's his paradise. She is right by me when I'm fixing my car. That's it. She doesn't have to. I mean, she can give him a wrench, the wrong one. That's okay. But that's okay if she's right there, because for guys, and that's in our differences topic. For guys, doing stuff together, that's their love language. Most of the guys, if you can do stuff together, you don't have to talk. You can just do stuff together. If it's together, we're good. For her, it's like, yeah, we talk together, like opening our souls and stuff. And for him, it's sometimes, a whole lot of times, it's harder. He can just sit there, and that's fine, right? I think, who was that? It was a wife sharing. She's like, he's a hunter, and I hate hunting. Or anything related.
Yeah, he goes hunting every single weekend.
Or something like that. And then she's like, well, his love language, I think his language was quality time. I can't remember for sure.
Mm-hmm.
But she's like, I pushed myself hard enough, and I told him Thursday or Friday, I'm going hunting with you tomorrow. It was happy. He couldn't believe it. So next morning they got together, or Friday night, whatever it was, got their gear on, got their blind or whatever people use when they're hunting, right? So they got there, they sit there for like 6 hours, got nothing, packed up, and on the way home, he told her, that was the best time in my life, right? And she was like, we saw nothing, we said nothing, we got nothing, okay? And that was the best time of my life, right? I mean, think about it. For her, it was like completely off. There was 3 nothings, and it was, for him, it was like, oh, for sure, super. I mean, that's an extreme example. But, I mean, that's your man's side, girl's side. So there are differences. Some girls love fixing that car, muscle car, whatever. I guess there are some girls like that. Most of the time, though, probably not. So you'll find stuff like, she does cleaning better. Well, sure, that's fine. Or cooking better. Or getting kids together, dressing them up for church or to go out or whatever. That's okay. Basically, whatever works best for you, try to search for that stuff right now. It's going to be easier. If you'll find your little things that you like more, some things both of you say, no, we both hate to do that. Well, let one of you try to do that. Okay, we'll do 4 months from the wedding, I'll do that. Then we'll talk. If I really, really hate and my life is miserable, let's swap for another 4 months. Okay, and see if it's better on your side or not. Then we'll see. Okay, so I mean, some things will be like negotiable, but see, that's the best stuff. It doesn't have to be like your parents. It does not have to be like in your parents' house, or in your parents' house. It needs to be your house. It's going to be your family. You're alone for sure. So I mean, we talked about it in the parents' lecture. Remember, what are the things that we'd like to bring with us? What are the things you like right now? Talk about them. Everything else, Mama said, or Papa said, so what? They can give you their advice. Oh, you have to be do that, whatever. Sure, thank you. We'll talk about it. It's your family. You're building your own traditions. You can pass them to your kids, and they might get it, might not. Good ones, hopefully they'll get. Neutral ones, they might. So, maybe not. But this is your family. Remember that. It doesn't have to be like friends, like your parents. You're building yourself, your own. So this list will kind of start our point there. On a regular, daily things, what you'll be doing. Planning your vacation, or bigger things. Yeah, always do it together.